There's a lot of different groups that are growing now in that space. And I think like any new market, it's going to get oversupplied.
We all know about co-working in Sydney. We've seen it with the likes of WeWork and Hub and Regis, etc. But just to give you a feel for what's going on here, of the 8 million square metre market, co-working accounts for about 3%, and it's been growing quite aggressively. In terms of the big players, WeWork occupy and dominate that market with about 70,000 square metres, followed by Regis with about 30,000 square metres, and Galvanise with about 6. But I think what will blow you away are the other names, the names that we don't know, the names that are abundant here and may well come to other locations like Sydney and Melbourne. Camp Style, the Founder's Den, Hatch Today, Impact Hub, Pacific Workspaces, Pivot Desk, Sandbox Suite, ServeCorp Aussie, Soma Central, The Vault, Shared, Industrious. These are all names of companies that are here and many more. This is the big growth industry. I am very fortunate to be talking with Phil Mahoney, who's the Vice Chairman of Newmark Knight Frank, and he's based here in the Santa Clara office. We talked about a category called co-working, and I was going to get you to comment on that. We're dealing with 3 or 4 names that everybody seems to know, the WeWorks and Regises, etc., but you seem to have just this proliferation of names.
No question. There's a lot of different groups that are growing now in that space. And I think like any new market, it's going to get oversupplied to start. And things didn't end so well the last time when I believe it was Regis that went bankrupt. So there's a lot of concern. I mean, WeWorks is blowing through hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, but they are definitely in a growth cycle. I think they're here to stay. I think they are going to be successful and continue to be successful because they're offering, what the customer needs. They're offering flexibility. It's not just a 10-year lease and here's the amount of space and you can't contract and you'll expand if we have something for you. I mean, that model doesn't work for a lot of the smaller entrepreneurial companies. For the larger ones, they kind of can do that because they go, well, I don't know which of my verticals is going to grow and which is going to fade over the 10-year term or longer, but I know I'll be here, in some way, shape, or form.
So taking something for a month or a year is not uncommon in co-working. In some of the more enterprising co-working groups, they've actually got divisions set up to take on tenants for 2 or 3 years or even longer. So they're dealing with that gap, that middleman position between the conventional landlord who's looking for a de-risk situation and the tenant in business who's looking for the ultimate flexibility of where will my business go? Will it succeed? How much capital do I put in?
I think it's here to stay. I don't see it going away, and I do think there's going to be a consolidation in that space. They're not all going to make it. There's too many of them. There's a reason there's only 3 or 4 American car companies. You will get consolidation.